Hello everyone, and welcome to the third edition of the Vitality Weekly News Update. I'm Kyle from the Vita Lounge, and I'll be your host today and every Friday until there's no news left. I'll be updating you on the PlayStation Vita news bits from the week, keeping you informed as to release dates, game announcements, and other important bits. I will not, however, be giving you all the information or all the bits of news, as that job belongs to the Vita Lounge. If you're looking for just the basics though, stay tuned, because here we go. First up, Broccoli has announced a Japanese release date for the enhanced port of the PlayStation Portable title Uda no Princesama Repeat, which was announced as making the leap to Vita back in January, along with the rest of the series. And it's from a visual novel with a bit of a music twist. The Vita version of the title will include enhancements over the original, with 49 fully voiced episodes, 21 new event illustrations with touch to activate voices, new facial expression animations, new combo voices, 2 new playable characters, Hayato and Satsuki, and enhanced system features added to the mix. As for that release date, it's been revealed as January 27th, 2017 in Japan, so mark your calendars. Speaking of Uda no Prince-sama, a brand new title has been announced for Vita, coming in addition to the series ports Broccoli is working on. It's called Dolce Vita, and it's set to feature a completely fresh story about 11 idols at the Shining Agency. Uda no Prince-sama Dolce Vita is headed to Japan sometime in the future. Ultra Explosive Run and Gunner, Best Buds vs. Bad Guys needs your help. Father and son duo Richard and Lucas, aka Super Icon Games, have launched a new Kickstarter campaign to try and raise some money to finish their project and go beyond with some extras. Interested? Well, I'll let you know right off the bat, there's a Vita stretch goal, but I have to say it's a drop in the bucket compared to most at 6,500 British pounds total. So you're intrigued, right? Well, as for the game itself, it has 2 best buds teaming up to tackle the evil creations of Dr. Jashan, an evil genius. You'll travel to 11 different worlds in 16-bit style, the game including the following features to keep you interested. Lots of areas to run and gun in, plus loads of secret areas to find and explore. Special power-ups such as tanks, skateboards, minecarts, TNT, giant buds, mini buds, banana napalm, and donuts of death. 2-player local co-op, though we're not sure how it'll work with Vita. Lots of insanely powerful and silly weapons, including shrink rays, lasers, ice cream blasters, buzzsaw guns, and homing missiles. Plenty of evil bosses and over 100 varied enemies to fight. Replay Plus mode. Leaderboards for hardcore and speedrun playthroughs, featuring quickest time, least damage taken, and more. If the Kickstarter campaign's base goal of 4,500 British pounds is successful, then the money will be used to pay for some more artwork, a voiceover track, and also for promotion and marketing. The Vita goal obviously funds the Vita version, and at 6,500, it's just under 30% funded with 19 days to go. Let's give them a hand, shall we? There's a brand new demo on the Japanese PSN, and you're going to want to try it if you can. Clocking in at 831 of your precious memory card megabytes, Square Enix's newly released Dragon Quest Heroes 2, The Twin Kings and the Prophecy's End Japanese demo allows you to begin your adventure before you buy, playing right up until you reach Zepion. Interested? Well, then you should check out some gameplay from the demo, available right here on the Vita Lounge's Lounge Play channel. The first video I put up includes some help for those who don't speak or read Japanese, combining an introduction to video and a gameplay sample in one. The second one is pure gameplay and is short and sweet, cutting out the unnecessary bits. Dragon Quest Heroes 2 The Twin Kings and the Prophecy's End is available now in Japan and has a demo for you to try out if you're interested. It's PlayStation TV compatible, so don't be afraid to slap it on the big screen. It actually looks pretty good. According to the latest from Koei Tecmo, it's just under 3 months till you'll be able to lay your hands on the next alchemy-loving RPG with Atelier Ferris, The Alchemist of the Mysterious Journey, now revealed as releasing September 29th in Japan. Huzzah! Now that we've got a Japanese release date, I guess all we need is a localization announcement, huh? Square Enix has pulled a rabbit from their hat and stealth-released Adventures of Mana on the European PSN this past Monday, adding the North American PSN to the release list the very next day. Need a refresher on the game? Well, here's the description from the PSN store. Quote, enshrined atop Mount Illusia, high above the lofty clouds, stands the Tree of Mana. Drawing its life energy from the boundless celestial ether, the Sentinel grows in silence. Legend holds that he who lays his hands upon its trunk will be granted power eternal, a power the Dark Lord of Glaive now seeks to farther fuel his bloody quest for domination. End quote. Priced at $11.49 or $13.99 depending on your region, the game is compatible with PlayStation TV and clocks in at around 508 megabytes. Grab it now. Rising Star Games have announced via their Twitter feed that Lumo will release on the PlayStation Vita next week. So it's almost here, but what is it? Need a refresher? No problem. Lumo is an isometric arcade adventure game of the same ilk as revered 8-bit classics Head Over Heels, Nightlore, Alien 8, Chimera, and Solstice. You play the part of a young wizard, lost in the depths of a mysterious castle that's part museum, part death trap. Explore more than 150 rooms, solve physical puzzles, bring ancient machinery to life, collect runes and spells, and uncover hidden areas as you work your way safely outside. In a Twitter Q&A session with experienced director Motoya Ataka, it was revealed that the development team is planning to keep focus on PlayStation Vita and Xbox One games, but that's just the opening salvo. The real news came when it was revealed that they're currently in the planning stages for Stranger of Sword City 2. The Stranger of Sword City sequel news came when @Horikawa_Otane asked the following question during the Q&A. Quote, "We keep working with Tsukamoto Yoko. Her art was the reason I first gave Sword City a try." End quote. To which @PR_experience replied, quote, "We do plan to work together with her for Tsurugi no Machi no Ihujin 2, Stranger of Sword City 2, not official for West." End quote. While it's noted in the tweet that nothing's official for the West, that's certainly not unusual as we tend to get word of at least a release date for Japan before we get a localization confirmation. Either way, it's good to know Experience has our backs and are bringing the heat with a sequel to such a highly scored game. The Vita Lounge's deputy editor, Jenny, giving the first one a 4.3 out of 5 in her review, which is certainly nothing to scoff at. Unfinished Pixel will be bringing their arcade puzzle game Spy Chameleon RGB Agent to the PlayStation Vita on July 21st. Spy Chameleon is Unfinished Pixel's first game and is a remake of the Xbox Live community games title called Spy Chameleon that was released by Unfinished Pixel's Marcos Torresellas in 2009. This remake will feature new gameplay mechanics, trophy support, and new missions and challenges, offering a more complete and better experience overall than the original. In true Chameleon fashion, players will need to constantly change their skin color to blend in with the environment in order to avoid being spotted. Using the Spy Chameleon stealth skills, you will aim to complete 75 levels, scattered across 5 different missions with plenty of challenges and collectibles along the way. Spy Chameleon RGB Agent will be both cross-buy and cross-save when it launches, so you'll have plenty of options to continue your game if you pick it up. Bad news, guys. Dragon's Crown has vanished from the European PlayStation Network, and it seems that licensing is to blame. A recent Twitter exchange between Yeon @Mazix and NIS America and Europe @NISA in Europe have filled us in on some bad news about Dragon's Crown in Europe, with Yeon posing the question, quote, "Dragon's Crown is missing from the PSN. Do you know anything?" End quote. To which NISA in Europe replies, quote, "Unfortunately, our license expired for this title and we were forced to remove it from the PSN store. Apologies for any inconvenience." End quote. Thankfully, however, we've since heard that Atlas is working to get the title restored on its own, so stay tuned for more details on that as we get them. For now, though, it looks like Europeans will have to fight against the out-of-print and delisted demon we fear so much. That's all for the news recap this week, but before I go, it's time for a rundown of the newly released trailers, the following games having either a new trailer or new footage released since I last updated you. Fallen Legion, Galgun Double Piece, God Eater Resurrection, Grand Kingdom, Shin Harigami 2, Spy Chameleon RGB Agent, Sword Art Online, Hollow Realization, Tukiden 2, Uppers, World's Longest 5 Minutes, Zero Escape 3, Zero Time Dilemma, and more. So those are the headlines for the week, and I hope I've caught you up properly. Make sure to check back here next week for another update of Vitality. Check the Vita Lounge for the full stories and all the bits I didn't cover, and of course have a great week of Vita gaming. Don't forget to check out the monthly release preview as well, which just went live on this channel.